Yeah, I mean, shoot.
You said this is what we got to, right?
We got Grandpa on now.
Yeah, he on now.
Forever, how long we can do this? Well, Grandpa, what beer? What did you actually get your beer?
My beer downstairs there. You want to go get it?
Oh my gosh, that's classic.
Yeah, I think I will. Y'all go ahead. I'm gonna get my
Don't
beer.
you touch nothing, just go get it.
Yeah.
Woo, child. Oh, this is awesome.
For this is one for the ages. What episode? This is episode 176, and I think the title for the show was just "Well." ..
Like seriously, that was
Oh.
awesome. Oh my goodness.
Man. But well, let me see. This is the last of the beer that we got from when we did the show with those guys from this is Sparta podcast. So Grandpa last week did Diabolical, so this week I'm doing Diabolical. It's an Indian IPA.
And Dad gave it what, a 6? No, he probably gave it out of 5.
Oh, Grandpa! So last week I had like a sour or something. I gave it a 3 because like I couldn't do it.
It's a what's the word?
Acquired taste?
It's an acquired taste. It is. Once you had like your sour cherry pop, then you good. Because now you just gotta have some different ones.
What was that thing where Sebastian was on with us in Grandma's living room? That sour we had that episode. We got to do another episode with the new baby with drinking something different.
Yeah. How that baby doing?
Oh, he's doing good. He's a hungry little boy. He like, you know how strong babies just look like muscular. Like he looked like he be doing bench press.
Like a strong baby.
Like his back is just swole.
He be in the crib doing pull-ups. Y'all just don't know. He be on that bar. Woo. All right, you made it.
We ain't online yet.
Yeah,
yep.
We are.
Oh, we are?
Yep.
Oh,
Well, what beer do you got, Grandpa?
Jolly Pumpkin Artesian Ales.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
This the last, that one you said the guy gave you? What you gave me?
Yeah, this is the last one. I got the Diabolical this week. That's the one you had last time.
Oh. Okay.
This one, Grandpa, the Diabolical. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead. What do you? Well, Auntie, what do you Uncle Pooh Bear have?
Oh, I didn't know. I just realized you left the bottle down here with me.
Oh,
It's
I did.
Lab versus Zombie versus Shark. It's a
That ain't no beer, is it?
yes, sir. It's a bourbon barrel aged Russian Imperial Stout from 2021, made by Hailstore Brewing, right down the street here in the South Suburbs. 18% ABV.
18%.
Yes, sir.
That's good.
Drink like a cognac.
I'm waiting for Auntie to make her own beer called "Beer Is Not a Game."
Don't put that out there. People try to steal y'all. I'm claiming it.
Yeah, look. Need you to look right here. Look right into this object.
Oh, that's chocolatey and sweet.
What kind of score did you get at?
What'd you say, Pops?
What kind of rating?
So what did you score it?
I like it. I'm gonna say like a 7.25.
Oh,
I was like,
a long time to say that, like you kind of gave a little boost.
yeah, it's like I like it, but it has room for improvement.
Yeah. I'm about 7.5.
So I'll say Diabolical. Diabolical tastes better than the sour last week to me.
I can't help but drink them.
Oh,
This is a 5.
You at a 5, Pops?
It's a 5. Only way it can go is down.
He didn't like it. He didn't like it from the 5 because I was expecting the 6. But he had 5 and going down, huh?
No, this is a 5 too. This is better than last week's one to me, but this is a 5. That's mainly because I'm not a big IPA person, but it definitely has a better flavor to me. Oh my goodness.
That's a shame. Looking at your name, nephew, I want some ribs.
What you drinking, Freddie?
You ever make you any ribs, Auntie? Yeah, I made you some ribs.
Me and Chris we got the same beer.
Oh, we got the same beer. Okay.
Yeah.
You ain't evaluated though. You gave it a 7.
I think I made some.
Yeah, I gave it a 7.5.
Huh?
I gave it a 7.5. Chris gave it 7.2. Yeah, 7.25. That's what Chris gave.
Yeah, well, y'all on the same thing.
Well, that's nice. Is that from Egypt? Did y'all bring that over?
You see Crystal trying to show off.
Me?
Make her screen so Dad can see it.
Is that on parchment or is that like a real? Is that really? Is that on papyrus?
That's papyrus.
That's papyrus.
And this is
looks.
You should.
That looks brand new.
Put her on the screen so it's bigger so Dad can see it.
Wait, Auntie, is this an ancient one?
This is from Egypt.
Yeah, but like, is this like ancient, like
I don't
thousand?
know when they made it.
Joshua, stay focused. Make Crystal like the whole screen so Dad can see the picture.
Oh, my bad. How do I? Let me get this. Okay, let me just. How do I pick one? Nope. How do I make Auntie big? I think Auntie has to. Let me see which one of these solo layout. Okay, there we go.
How come the crystal so down below?
So I can show you the paint.
See,
the
point to it, Chris.
Okay. You purple. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is that now?
That's incredible.
Is that a picture?
Yes, sir.
You remember we were in Egypt, Dad, and we went to the papyrus shop?
Yeah, I didn't go in. I didn't go.
Oh, okay. So it was a lot of this stuff done on papyrus paper. So they show how to make it.
Okay.
And all of that. Yeah. So while Chris and I were there, we bought this particular piece while we were
we bought it.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently you bought
it. That's made out of papyrus, eh?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
we should have done the show from the living room, babe.
Yeah. That blue one tore us down, Josh. Like, we were like, that's amazing.
It looks really good. It's like I'm telling you, that looks like I don't know how they do it on the process of doing it, because that looks it looks like it was like, I don't know, like it looks like it's painted.
It is.
Yeah.
It's painted. They make the paper first and then they paint it.
That's a pretty big picture. Did that fit in your suitcase?
And they did all that by hand?
You had to carry that outside your case.
We had to carry it outside the case, it roll up, and then it
would roll. Okay.
Yeah, they gave us a tube.
I was wondering how y'all got that back.
We actually bought 2. We got another big one that's hanging in the living room.
Oh, okay.
You want me to log in from that one so y'all can see from my phone so y'all can see that?
Yeah, show that one.
Well, this is something. So, for people who don't know, my aunt and uncle went to Egypt, or the whole continent of Africa, a few weeks back.
Went to the whole continent.
and we're gallivanting around, being excellent. And they bring this masterpiece back, but didn't tell nobody that they were getting masterpieces, so people couldn't give them money so they could get masterpieces back.
I didn't have a plan.
Steve Harvey got 2 programs over in Africa.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he said, when he was over there, he said he thought it was in Detroit. He said he saw his aunt 3 times. He said he saw his aunt 3 times, a couple of brothers.
That's what you said too, right?
That's what I said. Man,
Grandpa
ain't no
said
different, man. That's why you
Grandpa
feel.
said he saw. Grandpa said he saw Jelly Man in Egypt.
Yeah.
yeah. Jelly Man was definitely there.
The other man was on the wall, man, in Aswan.
Yeah.
Oh, here's
What you
Auntie.
call it?
Abu Simbel.
Abu Symbol. Yeah. I saw Jelly Man, man. He was on that southern part of that wall.
Is that papyrus too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Go,
Oh
Chris. Go
man.
over by the window so it
But I
don't.
can't. I got it. The camera got to keep spacing me. That's why I was confused. That's why I'm over here looking like I'm driving drunk.
Oh, okay. But if you go closer to the window, then it won't have the glare. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Auntie.
Yeah, baby.
Do we gotta send you a magistrate to help you?
Right.
yeah,
I didn't
look
see
at
that.
that though. Ain't that amazing?
Is that Tutankhamun?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Nefertiti.
Nefertiti and Tutankhamun.
Well,
Okay.
let me show
Wait,
y'all. Like,
and this was that was done by hand too, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But
Oh,
So
look
you
how
can
that's
see
big
how
it
big
is.
you can see how big it is.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
Oh
it is
man, that's
huge.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, man, like we were literally in the shop, like, okay, if we bought this, like, where would it go in the house? Like, and then they kept trying to. Once you buy one big item, they're trying to get you to buy more. I'm like,
Yeah.
we out of walls. Like, like we don't even got no more walls for the stuff.
And since we're
Yeah.
showing art, we may as well show you what we brought back from Ghana.
Yeah, we got this in Ghana. Yeah, that's not papyrus, but it's just a nice. It was
Nice
Yeah,
nice,
canvas.
well done.
All right, I'm coming back the other way.
I need to look. I'm gonna look up how you make papyrus.
Yeah, so when you're on the trip, we actually go to the shop, right? And they make it right there in front of you. They show you the process, how it works. We get involved and get like a little lecture, right? So in the Black History travel experience,
Come on.
it's really like an informative. It's just informative on everything that we do. Like you really get a hands-on understanding of everything. But like we literally go and watch them make the papyrus in front of us. Like it's pretty much it's amazing.
So something I didn't know, but Joshua, you may know because you love random facts.
Yeah.
But papyrus is like the only plant that doesn't have a round stem. It has a 3-sided stem like a pyramid.
That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
So like a triangle.
What?
Yes, sir.
Just like a triangle. Exactly.
There's no,
like
what is it? There's no coincidences, right?
Yeah. It was a really good experience. But man, so ever since Dad and I had been there, been thinking about the shop because I didn't buy nothing the first time.
Right.
So this time through, I wanted what's behind Crystal. I was like, because I kind of had a buyer, a regret. Like, I wish I would have bought one of those. But I was looking for something about this big. Like,
Right.
I did not intend to end up with a wall piece. That was not my plan. But when me and Chris saw the blue, though, like,
yeah, but it was crazy because there were 3 of them that caught our eyes, and but it was like when the one that's in the living room. I kept walking around the store, but every time I looked for your uncle, he was standing in front of the one that's in the living room. He just kept standing there and staring. But I had to agree. It was like every time I walked by it, it was like it kept like catching my breath. Like I couldn't. I was like, so we stood there and we talked about it a little bit. And we were like, where would it go? Where would it go? And then we saw the blue one on the side. So if we're facing the big one in the living room, the blue one was on this wall. And we both looked like, oh my God, that blue is gorgeous. Because this particular picture is one of the most famous pictures. So they have it in a lot of different sizes and different color schemes. And
like this is the final judgment.
Right. So like Pooh said, this was the original picture he wanted, but we hadn't seen the blue. Once we saw the blue, it was like, okay. And so they actually threw this one in for getting the one in the living room. So just to give y'all an idea of how big they are, this little one behind me.
Little one?
This the little one. This is 48 by 24 inches.
Wow.
That's the little one. The little one is 73 by 36.
Where's it at?
The one I just showed you in the living room with King Tut and Queen Nefertiti.
Oh, that ain't
Yeah.
You wasn't in the living room when you.
Oh, you didn't see it from Joshua. You didn't highlight it for Pop so you can see it. Oh yeah, Pops, you saw the one. The one with Nefertiti. That's the one that was in the living room.
Nefertiti and
Yeah, Nefertiti. Okay,
Yeah,
that was the big one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
That was
that's
the
the
living
big
room.
That was the same one on the wall there.
No, sir. This is a different one.
Oh, okay.
You ought to get me in trouble, Grandpa. I was about to pull out the switch.
Maybe.
She's like, I told you about that.
You don't care. But yeah, it's a really cool process how they make it. Like your uncle said on the tour, they showed us, like they walked us through the entire process. So it was pretty cool. I actually let somebody do it too. Now that I think about it.
The pirates, do it be made like paper mache? You know, it'd be kind of gooey.
No, it wasn't gooey. No, sorry, it's not gooey. But since it's a plant, it has water in it. So they have to go through a process to like flatten it and then dry it out and all this stuff.
Oh, it's not all when you make it up and spread it. Nothing like that.
No, sir. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Like, these are like, if we got close, you could see the papyrus.
Yeah.
Like, you can see these lines.
I'd like to have seen that process.
The different ones laid out.
Yeah, we may have the video. I may be able to get it from.
Yeah, let me check, see if I have it.
Some of the people got the video. They was recording everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty doggone cool.
Yeah. So, you know, folks, we had a reunion last night. Dad, I should have had you on. I didn't even think to tell you. Like, we did an Egypt reunion. So not all, but some of the people that were there in October with us came on Zoom, and we hung out last night on Zoom. About what was it, about 20 people, 25 people?
26, I think.
Yeah. So they was from all the Egypt trips. So we've been 3 times now. So we went in October, November, and then in February.
They was on all 3 of them.
Yeah, well, people from each of those trips.
Okay, from the 3 trips.
Yeah, we're on last night. So it was pretty cool. They was asking about you and told me to tell you.
There were 2 sisters. There were 2 sisters from Florida. One was from Florida, and one was from North Carolina.
The little young ladies who like to spend time with you, huh?
Yeah. Well, everybody
he got choked up, didn't he, nephew? He like,
that was Grandpa.
I remember that picture. It was one was on his left arm, one was on his right.
Yeah. They weren't on that.
Going to an Isley Brothers concert.
Isley Brothers concert. Wow. Yeah. I forgot their names.
But they weren't on there, were they?
No, they weren't on last night.
Oh, okay.
Nah.
Anyway, now I forgot them that quick. Barbara. One was named
Barbara, yeah.
And the other one was named.
What?
Evidently.
Was it Fatima?
Huh?
Was it Fatima? Was that her? Because she was on last night.
It could have been. I can't remember her sister's name, but it was a name I kept forgetting. What you should call it again? That might have been
Fatima.
I believe that was.
I think that was her. So she was on last night.
Yeah. Both of them?
I don't think Barbara. I don't remember the name.
I think Barbara was from. I believe she was from North Carolina. Her sister was from Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time. They were looking for you, Pops.
Oh, yeah. I was here.
Dad, I gotta share the video with you.
You know, that's one thing I can say. If me and Uncle Pooh Bear going on with Grandpa, Auntie and Ashley, like, our wives don't have to worry about nothing going on with us because all the women going right to Grandpa.
Y'all just get the scraps.
He don't even give us scraps. You saw he had both of one in each arm.
Y'all get the scraps.
Y'all remember a couple years ago that lady left a voicemail for Grandpa, right? Remember?
What lady?
Joshua's buddy.
My buddy. This lady sent a voicemail, remember? It was for Grandpa.
I don't.
She sent it in, she slid into Joshua's DMs for you. Hilarious.
I can't remember none of that. Well,
that's one thing about the trips, though.
at least I can remember I can still remember my name.
Now, so much happens that it's hard to remember all the things. Just like even looking through the pictures. So I came back from Africa with 5 rocks, and it took me forever to figure out where I got the 5th rock from. I had to go back and look through all the pictures to see where I had even been to grab a rock. So it's just busy, Pops. Life just busy.
When you had 5 rocks, you could bring back rocks. I think you couldn't bring back nothing.
You can't bring, like, even with vegetation and stuff, you might have to claim it. It depends on how much you bring. Because, like, when I came back from Zanzibar, I brought back cashews. And I was nervous, but because I only brought back a small amount, they didn't trip off of it.
Did they let you bring some out of there?
I brought some, when I came back from Zanzibar last year, I brought back some cashews.
Yeah.
Did the cashews look different?
You didn't have no trouble bringing them into the country?
It was just a small bag, so they let me keep it.
Oh.
But nephew, they didn't look different, but they tasted different. They were super. Well, babe, what did you think? Did you think they tasted different? The cashews I brought back from Zanzibar? I thought they tasted a little fresher. I thought they tasted different.
Yeah, I can go. It's like I'm not like a cashew connoisseur, even though
yes, you are. You eat more cashews.
I love them. I love them all. I never met a cashew I didn't like. So,
what's your name? Freddie Taylor.
Another cashew you didn't like.
Yeah, I can't call myself a connoisseur, but I sure love them.
I like that though.
See, Crystal, I'm funny.
You know what, Grandpa? What is funny is every time someone, like, if I'm talking to my friends or some of my cousins or whatever, because like people be watching the show, and I be telling them like how you be eating Vanna sausages and living forever, and like so the other day, I'm not gonna say who I was talking to, but they're like they weren't feeling well. They're like, Sean, I ain't like your grandpa. I ain't pickled on the inside. For me and Vienna.
Pickled on the inside.
Pickle. I know who that is. It's only one person that's going to use the word pickled in the sentence.
I missed all that. I didn't get none of it.
Say it again, nephew.
Girl, I said I was talking to somebody and they brought up because they weren't feeling well. And they brought up, it's like, Sean, I'm not like your grandfather. I'm not pickled on the inside. I ain't gonna live forever.
No. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, Pop's gonna set people up because Pop's living so long, doing so well. People like, man, what you
about doing? I looked on my phone yesterday, Mr. Owen. Did you put that pool?
Yeah.
Mr. Owen's pass?
Yeah.
Oh.
And see what's wild about
I'm about
the only one left around there, ain't it?
I did text you a link, Dad. So check your phone when you get a chance.
Oh, okay.
I sent you a video. So remember we had the camera crew following us around in Egypt?
Yeah.
So the video is done. So the 24-minute video. Oh, I might have gave you an early view, but anyway, you checked your text. It's like a 24-minute YouTube video.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's what I say. Pop's gonna send people out. People like, oh man, he still drink beer. He eat Vienna sausage and drink the juice. They gonna start doing that stuff, mess their system up. They ain't ready for it. They not built like that.
They are not pickled on the inside.
They are not built like that.
The thing about Grandpa is like he says he does all these things, but he doesn't tell people the vitamin combinations that he be taking. That's the major key.
I can tell them.
Grandpa be out here. Grandpa be out here measuring his vitamins like
B, C, D, E. You name it.
Robert
If
be,
it got
Robert
one,
be
I
mixing his
try one.
vitamins like he's trying to break the Rosetta Stone code. He's just like
Nephew, the first time I ever came to the house, because Pooh had told me about it. He's like, yeah, my dad takes a lot of supplements and vitamins or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. You know, I'm thinking when he said a lot of, I'm thinking he's talking like how many I take. Like I take 8 a day. I'm thinking that's a lot. I didn't know. The first time I walked up into the office and opened the closet, I was like, this man got his own pharmacy in here.
Like
This
a
is
whole
a
GNC.
vitamin shop. Everything you need is right here. Like, how does he have so many supplements?
But
I
you
didn't
know
even
what
know they
though?
made this many.
The vitamins that you take, the body already got them, right? All you're doing is reinforcing it. Just about every vitamin there is, the body already got it in there. You can become deficient and put it back, you know. But you'd be surprised. I even see stuff like the body makes zinc. If I'm not mistaken. Am I wrong about that?
It does. So the thing is this, I just posted a video about supplements. The thing about supplements are that they are meant to supplement. They're not necessarily supposed to provide, right?
Yeah, right.
So that's why one thing I also love about you, Pops, is that I always saw how you would go to the doctor and get your full printout of your full blood work.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times people think that they're just supposed to take everything. If your numbers are normal, you shouldn't take those supplements because you can get toxicity, because you're supposed to ideally get all of these things from foods, but most people don't eat a balanced diet. So that's why, and typically for most people, a multi is good, just to supplement what you're not getting, and the other stuff should only really be taken if you know that you have a deficiency in it, as opposed to just taking everything that everybody else is taking. It can make you sick.
I had a blood workup a couple of weeks, about a month ago, and they were sending me, and I was looking at my I forget what you call it now with your hemoglobin, your white blood cell, red blood cell. But it stood out that my blood count and everything was a little bit lower, you know, than it should have been. You know, they give you a map where you at, and it should be in the green. If it ain't in the green, then you deficient in it, or you got too much of it, or whatever, you know.
Right.
And I had this one for. I looked on there. The only thing that I failed was my red blood cells, the hemoglobin and the white blood count in the red, you know. I said, I got to be something. Evidently, it's something that I could take, you know, to boost my hemoglobin, you know.
Do you ask your doctor? Or you just go straight to just buying stuff.
We say,
do you ask your doctor what they recommend?
What is?
Do you ever ask your doctor what they recommend you to take based on your blood work?
No. I didn't even know what the
amateur
blood was until he gave me, you know. I went down and took my blood, and then they, you know, processed it. That's when I found out about my hemoglobin.
Ask your doctor.
But she got a thing of the whole thing too, you know. And if you want to know, you can call them or text them, you know, or chat with them, and they will tell you what, you know, what you need to do. And I got a call about my red blood cells. And then she would tell her, you can take so and so, you can take some beet juice or so, whatever, you know. It's good for hemoglobin.
I think that's great that your doctor is giving you natural remedies and not just trying to put you on another drug. Yep. You know, because they quick to be like, oh, you take this prescription pill, take that prescription pill. But instead, the doctor said, drink some beet.
That's because grandpa's a guinea pig to them. They're like, he'll try any vitamin.
But speaking about that, like while we were in Africa, you know, like pretty much everywhere we went, right? Like they're like really big on homeopathic
stuff.
Yeah, and like what's in the plants, what can they give us, this and that. But it was even interesting. We were at the botanical gardens in Ghana, and one of the young brothers that was there with us was an anesthesiologist, right? So he's the one that put people to sleep.
Put them to sleep.
Yeah, put you to sleep. And we're going around this botanical garden, and the guy is talking about all of these exotic plants and this and that, and da da da. And he mentioned something, and the anesthesiologist was like, "Wait, you mean like whatever the drug is that they use or whatever?"
Yeah.
He was like, yeah. You know, if you person around this too long, they'll pass out. They'll go to sleep. He was like, wow, that's the base of the stuff that they're using, whatever the chemical name.
Yeah, right.
So he like went into taking pictures and got to Googling and was like, oh my God, like, why don't they just tell us this? Right? Like, it was really interesting. But anyway, I said all that because, you know, like,
you know,
nature has been here. She got the answers.
Most of your vitamins that are water soluble, you can't hardly overdose.
Uh-oh.
Because
your grandpa dropping the cigarettes, they started breaking
body
up.
don't take what it needs, and what it don't need, if it's water soluble, it'll wash right out. Vitamin E's. I take it, you know, and over the years, evidently, whether I need it, I take it. If the body don't need it, it flush right out. You know, you can't store it. You can't store it.
Yeah. I remember. This will take you back, Coach Mack.
No, not understanding you can't store it.
Right. Remember, Coach Mack used to always say at Catholic Central, he would always say, because, you know, the guys are taking creatine and, you know, taking all of this stuff, trying to, you know, help them build muscles and all of that. And he said, man, it just sure is totaling up to some expensive urine. Because what you're talking about, the body just go flush itself of most of it, right? So it was expensive urine. Like, he's always say that. He'd be like,
that's definitely something about protein. You got to be working, because that stuff will turn to fat on you,
man, immediately.
Like it's like a balancing act. Like if you look, huh?
Repeat what you said for Pops.
I said, like, you know, you gotta be careful about protein. If you try to do creatine, all that poking stuff, and you're not lifting weights and stuff, it's just gonna turn to fat on you.
Okay.
So like,
yeah,
like nutrition, as Auntie will tell you, is very important. Like, you can't just be sitting down. Like, if you're not lifting weights, like on your off days, you shouldn't be having the same amount of protein as if you're doing it, because you're not. At least it depends on your body. For me, like, if I have an excess and I didn't lift that day, I can just tell it feels different. Like, I feel like it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. Now, for people who are like bodybuilding and stuff like that, you know, you gotta get your math right, because, like, what is it? You gotta know exactly your formula, right, for each what you gotta do per day. But if you just sitting around and you try to do excess protein thing that's gonna build muscle, you're gonna end up looking like my second son, like a rolling baby.
Little thickness. Little thickness.
And he be looking like a goon. He just be in his arm rolled up, just shoulders, all shoulders, no neck.
All shoulders, no neck.
He needs some TT mama in his life.
You probably said that.
We're gonna have to get him. We're gonna have to get him to you, Auntie.
I got to get back over there. Whatever. I need to play with my second nephew son.
Hey, when we come back from Africa next month, or actually in May, when we come back from Africa in May, maybe we'll swing by Detroit again. Like,
I don't know. I'm gonna be a full documented African. I don't know if I can go to other parts of the country.
It's ghetto here in America.
Ghetto here.
Oh, you forgot. You forgot. Inks is just an annexed part of Egypt, right?
Hey, we need to get into Ghana. Did we need a visa?
Yes, sir, you did.
Oh, so you gotta have a visa.
So that visa lasts for 5 years. So if your visa should still be valid, it lasts for 5 years.
It lasts for 5 years?
I think we might have got the single entry.
Grandpa just be walking through these airports. Grandpa just be walking through these airports now to care in the world. He's like, you need a visa to get in here?
Who gonna check me, boo?
You need a. Oh, I forgot my passport. Oh well.
Oh, yeah. You needed a visa to get in these places. Are you serious?
Well, let me tell you about your uncle. He's so funny. When we landed in Ghana, we're going through, like, we had just landed, we're going through the first part of security, and they asked for a passport, check for the visa and all of that. So I had a lady, and she looked, because it took her a minute to find it. She said, "Is this your first time here in Ghana?" And I was like, yes, ma'am. She's like, "Aquaba," and I was like, and I'm like, okay, how do I say thank you? So she's teaching me while we're standing, and I'm all excited. Why did your uncle get mad? Because they didn't ask him. They just opened his passport and was like, all right. And they just handed it back. He was like, they ain't smiling me. They ain't asked me no
I ain't get no new words.
Don't be mad.
They might have thought you was a little white lady. They were trying to.
When we went into them, they got a new airport in Ghana. I mean, Accra now. Was it the same airport?
I feel like they said they were building something. Where were we at when they were talking about a new airport?
That was the same one we went in.
Oh, when we flew to Kumasi,
yeah, they
built a second part to that airport.
But yeah, no, that was the same airport, Dad.
Oh, the same airport. Okay, I thought they had a brand new one.
Yeah.
So I think I tell you. You remember when we were there? They were talking about how it wasn't no schooling, no school system.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So now they got a school system. Like every child can go to school now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were just talking about how they still not good schools, but you know, a school is better than no school, so they're moving in the right direction.
But it was also interesting how there's no expectations of how old you should be per part of your education. So if you are 24 and you never completed, what did they call it? They were calling primary, secondary, something else. They didn't call them like how we call them. I forgot what they call high school.
Yeah,
but you can go back at 25, 30 to finish your education and nobody blinks an eye. And so I was talking with Mr. Morris about it. And I said, Mr. Morris, I don't think that'll fly in the States. And I said, it's unfortunate because it's like we're all so protective of kids because folks do crazy things. Folks don't want their children in the classroom with an adult. They're looked at like something's wrong with them. And then they're encouraged to get their GED as opposed to actually staying in school and getting a full diploma.
Well, there's a very good reason for that, why there's different. And it's for what you mentioned, but it's because over there, if you a child molester, they just gonna kill you. Ain't no judge, ain't no police involved. If you touching somebody's kids, you're not gonna be around very long.
Over out. America, the whole community gonna beat you to death.
That whole part.
There was an article about it. One guy molested a child. I don't know whether I just reading about it on YouTube. It might have been Rwanda.
Rwanda, you said it.
YouTube might have to be another trigger word.
The guy had molested a child, and I think he got life imprisonment. But from in on in, anybody gets caught, it ain't no life imprisonment. It's the death penalty. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I was just reading that today.
And that's how it should be.
Yeah,
if you're messing with the children or the elderly, you need to go.
But that's what, like Mr. Moore.
That should apply to anything. If you're selling, like for drugs or something, for anybody, because that's how China got out of. The British were bringing drugs into China, and they were using it. People were getting kind of lackadaisical. Everybody smoking. But then when Mel came in there, he said, "This don't go. If you get caught selling the stuff, you can forget it. It's all over." And it worked for China, because China really them selling on drugs back in the 40s.
Right.
But then the Philippines trying to say the United States was talking about human violation. But the Filipino president, he was killing them left and right. He said, "No, if we catch you selling drugs, that's it." And I said, "Well, you violating their human rights and all this." But he was saying what they were doing was for the good of everybody, And evidently it was seem to be working, but he didn't, no mercy.
Yeah.
It's all over. If you selling the stuff, out you go.
Yeah, well, another interesting thing about like the cultural difference, like somebody asked Mr. Morris, who was like Prince in Egypt. Dad, he was like our guide.
Yeah.
But they asked him about like if a police officer were to kill like a Ghanaian citizen or whatever, and he just said that'll never.
What did he say, babe?
Yeah, he always be like, but he said that'll never happen. He said that'll never happen here because the
Where?
people
In Ghana.
Huh?
in Ghana.
Oh, in Ghana?
Yeah, he said it'll never happen because if it happened, the people would kill the police officer.
If the police officer did what?
If the police officer killed a Ghanaian citizen, like they be shooting black people here in America.
Right.
So if a police officer did that they're saying that the people would just kill the police officer.
Oh,
So
okay.
he was like, and everybody knows it. Like, so everybody knows that you abuse your power, you're gonna die at the hands of the people.
Ghana believes in street justice.
Street justice. They about that life. Like we ain't going to no courts. You just go die.
That's why they were talking about how people cross the street casually, because if you hit a pedestrian, it's on.
Yeah.
Like the people will come get you for hitting a pedestrian. Like, wow.
They just walk off.
Remember when we was coming down, came back from the University of Ghana. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And on the side of the road, my man said that they killed 8 people, shot them. Remember they?
Yeah.
What did they shoot them for? They tried to overthrow the government or what?
I think that's what it was. It was like some treason.
Oh, for treason or something. Yeah.
I tell you, they go all out over there. You want we only need 8 people to take down the government.
hey, it's up. If us 8 come together, it's going down. Let's go.
Like it's only 9 people in Parliament. We can handle it.
I mean, we could take them down. Like wow.
Yeah. Man, that's some what is it, stick-to-itiveness for you?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm tired of these policies. I can't wait for this voting cycle.
I can't wait. Right. We taking over now.
Oh, okay. I got them. The thing you sent.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you know how to put it up on the TV and all that.
I can't.
I gotta hop off this call in a second, but
evidently, I don't know what they upgrade or what, but I used to click on the thing for screen mirroring.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can do it on my phone. I said I can't get it from my computer over to the television no more. That's why I'm sitting right here.
Okay. Right. You normally over there looking at the TV.
Over there to see.
Yeah.
But I can get that on the TV. That's right, because I got the I guess you call it screen mirroring the same thing. Anyway, I can put that one on there. What you sent. I'm glad it came that way.
Yeah. Okay, I know the texty stuff.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, I gotta roll off in a second because I got another meeting.
Oh, okay.
But let me I'm gonna finish off by telling y'all a story that happened last week.
Mm-hmm.
I've been marketing the rib business a little differently. So I've been getting new customers, right? So this dude messages me. He calls me on Instagram. I'm thinking it's a telemarketer, so I didn't pick up the first time, but he calls me a second time. So I pick up and I'm answering talk. He gives me an order. I'm like, cool. I'm like, thank you for putting an order in. So I make him some ribs, right? And I deliver it. Like I'm over there by Pershing High School in Detroit. And this is where stuff starts getting funny. I'm at his house. I'm like, hey, I'm here to drop the ribs. He's like, oh, I'm at the corner store. Can you just come over here to me? I was like, okay. And like it was broad daylight. So I'm like, all right, I don't feel so bad about this. So I go over there, I drop off his ribs, and I notice as I'm looking around that he's standing basically right next to, you know how outside they have it was 3 or 4 barbecue pits that were cooking barbecue right then and there.
Yeah.
Fans was standing there eating his ribs that he paid for that had me come across town when he was standing right next to.
He had them delivered.
Look.
Say that again.
There was a barbecue like this. There was people already cooking barbecue where he was at. And he ordered ribs anyway.
Come on with that doggone testimonial.
Yeah.
It was the funniest thing. It was the funniest thing to me because I'm just like, in terms of proximity, I was just like, is this like some vendetta purchase? Like,
Hey, when you sell to those people, if they're gonna eat them soon, you should pull your camera out and get their reaction and ask them, can you
That's good.
give your thoughts.
I'm gonna do that next time. I didn't want to weird him out. Like I was just some weirdo just taking.
Yeah. I mean, obviously he heard about the wings. I mean, the ribs. It was like, man, your ribs whack, Joe. I ain't
Your
messing with
ribs
yours.
are
I'm
wet.
about to mess with the rib honcho. I'm about to see about these ribs.
But it was just so funny because I'm showing up looking at these people smoking, and it's like this nigga eating ribs right here. Like it's right.
He was like, I told you your ribs is whack,
Well,
son.
he had yours before.
No, I've never met this man.
Wow.
And it was just funny because I'm just like, oh, okay. Because you buy the car wash, people grilling and stuff, and they selling their wares. It's normal. And I'm just like,
you know how the folks be doing.
yeah.
Well, evidently somebody must have gave some good for you.
Yeah, somebody
Yes,
spoke.
somebody said something good.
If he ain't never had no ribs of yours and he ordered them, somebody put some good words in his ears.
Yeah.
I need some of these ribs.
Yeah.
Some of these ribs. I just
thought
it was funny. That's my final thought for the day. I decided it was one of those hood moments. I was just like, oh, this is vendetta. This is vendetta ordering.
You really making me want some ribs today.
Yeah. Hey, so we gonna swing by after we come from it. This is my final thought. My final thought is, hey, babe, when we come back from Africa as African citizens, members of the African Union, like AU members.
Y'all better prepare to be sick.
We gonna come by flossing. We gonna be your
first passport like this every day on me.
Hey, we gonna be your first international order. We gonna be we ordering ribs from Africa.
Hey, I'll be like, it's gonna be funny because y'all gonna be like, y'all gonna watch the news like it sounds like insurrection. Better get back home.
Nigga, go back. Let's go back home.
Y'all like America being too ghetto. Better get back home.
When y'all going back?
Next month, in a couple weeks.
Yeah, April 19th.
Baby, please read the room.
How long y'all gonna stay there?
A couple weeks.
That's gonna be nice. Yeah.
Oh.
Good Lord.
Y'all in love with Ghana, eh?
Well, we're going to Sierra Leone this time, but
you're going to Sierra Leone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Y'all, I was just watching Rwanda, whatever you call it.
Rwanda.
Rwanda.
Yes, sir.
They got a place, Kagili, the capital.
Uh-huh.
And man, I was looking at it. It is beautiful. I mean, it is beautiful. In fact, they say that's the most cleanest city in Africa.
Yes, somebody I was just talking to said that they have a friend who went over to Rwanda and fell in love, and she's planning on moving over there.
Yeah, I was looking at it, and I called plans to see how beautiful it was. It was around where they had an arena and stuff, a Central Park. But it was just beautiful. Clean as a whistle.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I got an inbox today to somebody connecting me with this guy that's supposed to be instrumental in building like new infrastructure in Rwanda.
Wow.
What do you say? What now?
Basically, I got introduced to somebody building stuff in Rwanda.
Uh-huh. Yeah, what you think about the infrastructure?
Yeah, that's this person is supposed to be involved in building infrastructure.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what that means.
I heard Grandpa say he's waiting for his statue to be built. That's what I heard him say.
Yeah. Oh, it's right above Tanzania. I had to look exactly.
Yeah, that's why I'm over here looking at the map now.
Yeah.
Burundi. Hey, check it out. We know people from Burundi.
Yep.
That's interesting. All right. Yeah, I want to get to Rwanda. So, all right. Yeah. We got to look to get on one of these. You've been to Tanzania, man. We go to the Kenya trip.
Well, I've been to Zanzibar. I haven't been to Tanzania. I didn't go to the mainland.
but there's the private. I don't know whether you've seen it or not, but she's on YouTube, and she done spoke to about 6 or 7 different things, the African Union, everything, yeah, Oxford and England. But her name is you might have heard of her, Maya Amaro. Um, her last name. I had it almost just a bit. But anyway, this Prime Minister of Barbados, you got to hear her speak, and she got about 5 or 6. She is beautiful. I fell in love with the woman just by listening to her.
Oh, I heard that.
Minute. Some white woman from, might have been from BBC, asked her a question about some stuff about here in the United States, and she said, "Do you really want me to tell you?" And the woman said, "Yeah." And man, when she got through with the United States,
her name is Mia. Is it Mia or Maya?
Motley. Mia Amaro Motley. She got about 10 speeches on YouTube, but I would like for y'all to just listen to her one time and you tell me if she ain't one beautiful woman, because she speaks, man, so eloquently,
Yeah, she has a.
She
just look
can insult you.
She has a good energy.
She insult you that you won't even know you was insulted.
But in Ghana last month in Ghana in February, the people from Barbados, when I tell you they talk so highly of this woman.
Oh man, I can understand why.
Everybody understand.
She's brilliant. She was a lawyer. She's not an economist. She's a lawyer. But you think she was an
economist? Not a commoner.
She coming with y'all be on numbers. She coming up with numbers,
Yeah.
And I mean, she come up with facts, and boy, and she's so smooth.
I gotta check her out because they spoke so highly of this woman, but she went out and made a special relationship with Ghana, so that her people in Barbados, they don't got to get a visa no more to go to Ghana. They can
that's on YouTube.
Oh yeah, man. So they love this woman. I
love that woman, man. I ain't never seen in all my days somebody speak so eloquently.
Chris, get us with Mr. Jim
knowledgeable.
So we can get down there.
None threatening though.
Yeah.
I mean, she be cutting you to pieces, and you be saying, "Come a little more from this side."
Pops got
that's a bad woman. That's a bad black woman.
I gotta watch this video and be able to listen to it, because the first videos I see is her talking to friends after the Queen died.
Okay.
Like she's supporting, and
they love the Queen. You got to remember they've been brainwashed now.
Oh yeah, and she be talking about it because she's from Barbados, was I think somehow another maybe her parents or somebody had got something to do with Canada.
No, they was a British colony, and Canada is basically a British colony.
The Commonwealth.
Yeah, it's all of that.
Yeah. Oh man, I mean, you fall in love with her just listening to her.
I'm gonna have to check her out.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, they got about 6 or 7. 10 speeches. She done spoke before everybody.
So she's on this one interview, and the question, a BBC interviewer asked her who should be allowed to be gay in Barbados.
Mm-hmm.
And when he asked, she said, "Huh? Would you say?" He said, "Would you ask that of somebody in the United Kingdom?" But it was just her face, like she literally turned her head, like, "What'd you say?" Who she said that is an inappropriate question.
Asked them something. She say about Barbados and being corrupt and all that. And she looked at her and she said, "You really want me to answer that?" She got through and she got on the United States and all of what's going on over here. That woman was speaking. She didn't have nothing else to say when she got through with her. I mean, she's a bad woman now, I'm telling you.
She's a bad man, Jimmy.
Yes, she is.
Ew, Pops heard that part. I thought I was singing low. Pops got a crush. So now we got to go down to Barbados, Pops. You got to go.
Oh, yeah.
And Miss Moore.
I told you,
when
I used to go to Utah, St. George, Utah.
Mm-hmm.
and Barbados sent a delegation. They country pay for them. This
That's
athlete,
right. That's right.
And I met a couple of them.
What's this?
In
What's
fact,
this
I got
lady's
a
name?
coin from Bob. One of the guys gave me a coin from Barbados. One of the athletes, But there was a woman. I was telling the president, there was a woman that the first time I saw her, she was running 800 meters, and I said, "Oh, she don't know what she's doing. Ain't nobody gonna be able to take over like that."
Yeah.
But believe her to me, every year I saw her, I ain't worried about who's gonna win because I know what she can do. She run that 800 man like she running 100 meters. That's one bad
what
woman.
Was the what
yeah,
was the lady's
in
name?
Barbados, they come there as a delegation, and they come in there like they were going to the Senior Olympics. They have on their not Senior Olympics, but to the Olympics. They have on their uniforms and everything. And their country pay for it too.
Mm.
Yeah, it's real nice. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but again, what was the lady's name?
Maya.
Oh, you talking about in Barbados?
Yeah.
Maya Motley.
Maya Amor Motley.
Yeah, Mottley.
Yeah, Motley. Yeah, Motley. But her middle name is Amor, right? Because she explained what Amor, Maya Amor meant. It means more than just,
he been watching.
She explained it. I forgot.
They have been watching. All right.
Look at you, Freddie Taylor. You funny.
But that
we're gonna have to get her to come on the show.
Yeah.
I like it so well. I mean, if she needed somebody to go out and campaign for her, I leave Michigan and go to Barbados. I wouldn't need no help though, because Barbados love her, but if
they love her.
I am here for it.
Boy, that
woman. Say he gonna campaign for her all the way from Michigan.
Yeah, I'd go and campaign for her.
Well, let's see if she married. If so, her husband better watch out now.
Yeah.
She's so
her partner.
You so dramatic, I swear.
Pops the one talk about being in love with
politics and what she talking about. You jumping off the edge. Come on back.
Auntie, Uncle Pooper said, "Not my mama."
You ain't gonna be my step mama.
Yeah, she's a lawyer, but man, you know she's a lawyer because I mean, you don't come here her with no garbage,
Uh-oh.
She's really good.
That's awesome.
No, but Auntie, give your final thought. I do honestly have to go.
Yeah. No, this was just awesome today. My final thought is I love seeing Pops have a crush. That makes me,
yeah. I want the world to know that, man. That's my girlfriend. I love
her.
As old as I am, I love that woman.
I'm gonna have to listen to her. I'm gonna have to pull her up.
You gotta listen to her.
I got it up on the screen right now.
I got it. I'm trying to figure out where I want to listen to her. Like, okay.
Look here. I gotta say, Pops, you over there breaking hearts right now. Cause I know once one of my girlfriends is watching this, and I'm sure she gonna text me soon. Cause she call you her boo. So her boo to have another girlfriend. You breaking hearts right now, Pops.
Did she have her glasses on?
Oh, she wear them glasses, them contacts, and she be like, "There go my boo." And now you got a girlfriend. Ooh, wee!
I gotta listen to this one because they raved about her. They raved about her the entire time in Ghana. So like to hear you,
I'm telling you, everywhere she go, man, even the people that she talking about, man, clap their hands. Cause she down there, she tell it just like it is. It ain't hiding nothing.
T.I. is.
Yeah, she be talking about climate change, and she said Barbados and the other 15 Caribbean islands catching hell, and they don't want. They talk about doing something about climate change, but they ain't doing nothing. But in the meantime, the people who ain't responsible for this heat change, climate change, them the ones, is catching all the hell with the tornadoes and she bring that up, the people that run their mouth, they promise something, don't do nothing, then they want the little guy who ain't got no money to help pay for something.
Look, I love all of it. I love folks who call little folks out.
Oh
My
man.
nephew, we know you gotta go, baby.
Yeah, you go ahead and do your thing.
Yeah, Grandpa just talking. I'm just listening.
Look,
He
you about to
fine
have a
every
new
day.
grandma
Let
soon.
me get my final thought.
There we
My
go.
final thought is
now,
next
now,
week.
now it's okay.
Okay, my final thought is next week. Let's talk about my girlfriend.
Oh, we won't be here next week.
Well,
Oh,
We'll be in a conference next week.
well, when
What's-
you be
No,
where?
I'm gonna see if I can reach out to her people and get her on the show, Grandpa.
that would be
Oh
crazy.
man.
Hey,
Now I'll tell you this.
no,
Wait
like
a minute.
Oh yeah.
no
Wait a
joke.
minute. So I'll say this
The
now.
prime, that's the prime minister of Barbados now.
If we can do on Tuesday, we can make Tuesday happen.
We can make Tuesday happen. That's fine with me. All I know is this: if I back door find a way to get this lady on the show, y'all better be there.
We are there.
you heard me, so I'm coming.
We will be there.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see if we can do next Tuesday. And then that way, like Tuesday afternoon, we should be good.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay, I gotta go though. I love you guys.
Okay.
All right.
Love y'all.
Y'all take care.
Bye.
Talk to y'all later.